Welcome to GTN's highlights of the Women's PTO US Open, coming to you from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A field of 25 of the best long-course triathletes in the world is gathered to battle for the winner's check of $100,000 over the 100-kilometer swim, bike and run course. The hot favourite going into the race has to be world number 1 Ashleigh Gentle. The Australian has made this distance her specialty, winning both in the US and Canadian Opens last year and runner-up in the European Open earlier this year. She hasn't finished off the podium in any of her 5 races this year, and she'll be the woman to beat here today. But challenging her will be world number 5 Paula Findlay from Canada, and from the USA, world number 6 Taylor Knibb. Taylor Knibb has only one race to her name this year, a win in the 70.3 Boulder, but she did also compete at the US National Time Trial Championships in cycling, narrowly missing the podium, so she'll be looking to put her bike strength to good use here today. At the Aussie exit halfway through the swim, and Lauren Brandon has used her swim prowess to fracture the field and gain a 14-second advantage, whilst Taylor Knibb leads the chase. Onto the bike in T1, and Lauren Brandon has built a 30-second advantage over Knibb and a minute over the main chase pack of Holly Lawrence, Ellie Salthouse, Ashleigh Gentle, Paula Findlay and India Lee. But Taylor Knibb, renowned for her cycling, has closed the gap to Lauren Brandon within the first 6 kilometers of the 7-lap 80-kilometer bike leg along the shores of Lake Michigan. A chase pack of sorts has formed behind her, led by Paula Findlay and including 6 of the other favourites. The next rider on the road, over 2 minutes back already after lap 1, is Great Britain's Lucy Byram. The PTO US Open is being staged this year alongside the USA Triathlon's National Championships, making it the biggest weekend of triathlon racing in the US this year, with more than 7,000 participants across all events and 20,000 or more spectators expected to attend the weekend's events. Halfway through the bike, Knibb led with a 90-second advantage over a group of 4, including Findlay, Salthouse, Gentle and India Lee. And despite predictions that Knibb would gain an insurmountable lead on the bike, she never managed to push her lead to much more than 2 minutes. In the final 20 kilometers of the bike, Byram made a big surge, closing the gap to Knibb down to less than 90 seconds and bringing Paula Findlay with her. The rest of the chasers had lost ground though, with Ashleigh Gentle dismounting her bike nearly 3 minutes in arrears, with Lee, Salthouse and Lawrence not far behind her. Ellie Salthouse, however, would suffer with cramps immediately whilst dismounting her bike in transition. Ashleigh Gentle was determined to run down Taylor Knibb, and by the 5-kilometer mark of the 18-kilometer run, had already closed more than 50 seconds of the gap to Knibb and run her way up to second place. But the gains would not continue so rapidly, as Knibb held a solid pace, and by the 12-kilometer mark, 2/3 of the way through the run leg, Gentle had only gained a further 20 seconds, leaving her trailing by nearly 90 seconds with only 6 kilometers left to run. Behind the first 2, everyone was running their own races, with Findlay in third over 3 minutes down on Knibb, Byron a further 2 minutes down, and Lawrence another minute behind her. The performance of the day and the title of PTO US Open champion belonged to Taylor Knibb from the USA, crossing the line first to celebrate her first PTO Tour victory. Ashleigh Gentle from Australia coming in second, having completed the run 2 minutes faster than Knibb and in the fastest split of the day, but falling 50 seconds short of defending her US Open title. Whilst Canada's Paula Findlay rounded out the podium in third. We hope you enjoyed our highlights of this event, and remember, you can watch the highlights of the men's US Open 24 hours ago on our channel right now. Thanks for watching, goodbye.